The ground breaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless or by message. And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. But only when you don't need me with you. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out.
Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able... I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they ain't care much for me.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, all right? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it. So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, My foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Yeah, I reckon you're right. Imagine me wasting my life loading boxes, unloading boxes, watching the ships roll in and take off. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? So your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please. You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt-side outposts.
Sure did. And now we're in space.
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. Not gonna lie, you're in a pickle. But Udom's an interesting guy. Might be y'all could come to accords if you play your cards right. Huh. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. You noticed, huh? What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. This really must be your first time here. There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that. Sounds like, yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Sure thing. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board, that is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Are you pulling my leg? You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know. All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. Sure thing. Be seeing you.
Picked up this signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You are hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was... Graham?
Graham, right. Roger. Casting on a dead... world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I've heard of it. My orientation Aether wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna...
That's a spacious choice beer. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves... have a look. should give our latest product a try. Don't take my word for it. See for yourself. I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. Not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a space. I can see all of the top-quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reason. You would never ask if you knew what it's like. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice consumer relate. Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time. Sprout Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line. Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like. Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse Mix. That's 2 handfuls. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to. At Spacer's Choice, we care about you. Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice? Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat. My job. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't. It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality anything and everything. Whatever you want. Just the opposite. Spacer's Choice items are always new. Oh, sorry. I got the line wrong. Spacer's Choice items are always new, hot off the shelves, because you could go broke buying overpriced Aramid gear, or you could buy from. Well, this is just the beginning of a long, fruitful relation. Have a look.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a Furu? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long and... You say that like it's weird. Like I said, Jessie did me a favor and now I owe her one. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all. Be my guest. If you know something
What seems to be the problem? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested... She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records. Take care.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're... If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a... Sure is. You need a deft hand to straighten a busted nose or sparkle up those... Of course, there's not much cosmetic improvement going on at the moment. Not... Did he now? A mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be... He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fools... I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Caribbean. You look out, though. The place is probably
When might we expect you out here again?
Soft, sour, candy shell around its sweet purple berry flavored center. Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Triple and Purple Berry flavored power nuggets. Now with comprehensive crunch.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are Ford property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
I'm just gonna hang in the back.
This is Halcyon News.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used... Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many... He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he... No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you... Right. You're going important. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some... That's... Well, that's just terrible news. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a porch. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to... Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the... Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the... You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like... If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. The more we got the corps fighting each other. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you... Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say... I found a handsome ceramic man.
News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you. When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of love? Auntie Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today? You've been listening to Halcyon.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Are those XF4
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the... Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. Ain't that always the way? So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10... Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the... We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real space...
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online... Reasonable, huh? That's the best. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bay. Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned. I have. One of my... I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense. Nice and pragmatic. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of...
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Not a peep from me.
Did I hear something?
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
We can handle this!
Good news? Strong tells me the security mechanicals killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused for speed, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Sweeping the area. Hostile invasion.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker always stinks.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Hey, you the one who fixed the... Nice work. You really saved our buns. Whenever you're free,
The ship's groaning something fierce, but I can make time for you.
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time. Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 36 or... sometime dire soon. Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
That'll put the whole system in a right dire situation.
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance. Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief. I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh? The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through. It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
CNP near maple syrup. It's near this. Complete breakfast.
You see we had a conveyor pull in?
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me anything you like. It's delicious. Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust? Maybe with a little cream on top? Classic. Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this.
You got a crew now, Felix.
Remember, items in the hold may shift during takeoffs and landings.
Hey, Captain. So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages? I got him here on my datapad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet. Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real... I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they... Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... They were close, Captain. Like, more than... I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope? Drinking never solved nothing, Captain. I ain't been able to sleep for 3 nights now. I just want to unwind. Just the tiniest bit. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll... It's a touch different from the ones I've seen. Shouldn't be so hard to get it patched up, though.
Wonder if it's empty.
unexpected sweeping.
All right, hushing up.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
There's something weighing on my mind. I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. Something vexing you, Captain? I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this... That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to... I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard. Thank you, Captain.
Have either of the assaulters... Rizzo's lemon slap. Slap your whole family.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? We also have a line of specialized melee weapons for those...
My comm center already got an update ping from the backup relay. I trust everything went smoothly. Thanks. That's odd. The only messages in the queue are encrypted ones. Looking at the transmission logs, the relay hasn't received a single unencrypted message in the past 36 months. Must be on account of some new security red tape. Well, whatever's the cause, the board and the Earth Minister will see it sorted. Thanks again for saving my derriere. I secured quite the payment authorization for you from Chief Junlei. Try not to spend it all in one place.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an I got a full line of weapon modifications. It get cooler in here?
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Okay, so... Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's... Oh, no, that's on account of my not being able to sleep lately. Makes my hands all twitchy, you know? I've just been lying awake, thinking about what Junlei said. Oh, wow! You remembered! Well, that's fruit and such, right? Bottoms up!
I'm no expert on wine, but ain't you supposed to drink that stuff with your little finger up?
Wow, this is really kind. Oh, Captain. I'm pining for Junlei something fierce. What am I doing? I mean, just... I don't know what to do about... us. Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by... Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe... I don't know, I'd call it, sensual, that's... It did. Oh dear, I hadn't really... Oh my goodness.
So, Parvati, you gonna read this poem for us, or do we have to...
It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how this Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for... I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and I need another drink. Right now. Come on, Captain. I'm here to drink. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little woozy. Hydration, here I come.
Good thinking, boss. You just saved Parvati a whole lot of trouble.
Shush you. Captain. Figuring feelings ain't so easy as saying words, Captain. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together? Well, I never done this before. Never really tried to pursue someone. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. That's... well, it's tripped folks up in the past. What do you mean, Captain? So if I'm doing my very best to be kind and open-hearted, I shouldn't worry how she thinks? Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I don't want to be that person. Don't want to be cold. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. Oh gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should? Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask June out. Just as soon as we get back to the ship. I mean, probably. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And...
You know something, Parvati? You ought to come drinking with the crew more often.
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. You're real... Come on, let's go.
Rizzo's Purple Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh?
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. Some of the drinks we tried, I even liked. I guess it's not all disgusting. I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was away. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Oh, she called mashed potatoes smashed potatoes, but I think maybe that's just what they call them on ground. I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me... Oh, isn't she sweet? Like one of those two-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and... I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Ford had an asteroid mining operation out here. Wonder what happened to him.
Looks like they started terraforming the place, but gave up halfway.
sudden, violent crash landing.
Yep, that's me. No big deal. Just shrugging off my injuries as I stroll away from another flaming impact crater.
Also detect.
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat. Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and unlabeled meds are worth a bundle. The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she? I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these automex are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. Yes, well, I shan't.
It's surrounded by...
Captain, look out!
Ford had an asteroid mining operation out here.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Heard from the lasses down on 22 that you did a contract with
Rizzo's knock you out bar. A CCN 76 mil
Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return. I can't thank you enough. Keep hanging around and I'll begin. What can I do? Not sure why you'd want to, given the biohazard signs. Well, you did help me out. Sure, go ahead.
There's a reason they got this place under quarantine, right?
To the last ratchet on Rutton time. You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation... What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need... I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I... Alright, okay. We can discuss. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jab.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with... See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night, I swear... Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square... What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. You'd let a poor, ill woman get disappeared by the board? Awfully cold. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier Diamond last... If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and Thanks for helping me with the board. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one.
How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
Boss, you can't be serious. The board's...
That's where you're... Miss Doyle is deeply in... What guarantee do I have that she'll... I quite concur. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss... Now, is there anything else...
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt. Tell you what, I'm a little short on... If you're looking for a medic, I can work... It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things. You won't be sorry. Traveling in style, are...
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but you sure saved my skin.
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly?
Oh, it's Martin. Hey, Martin. Still wearing the hat?
How observant. I'm Outher. Have a look.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch with a and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets, now with 12% more crunch.
Hey, that pad down there.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. What? No!
Captain. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel. Mm-hmm. We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Captain, got a minute? This Roseway business. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the... Just a little caution. Could be a reason no one's picked up... They don't give medical degrees to dummies, Captain. Anyway, we might as well take...
I'll lock up behind you.
No guards, huh? I like this place already.
Captain, what is this thing? Something with more teeth than is strictly necessary.
Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
Is that gunfire?
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the... You're powerful free with that tongue of yours. You got me. Just testing your mettle. Not much fight left in me anyways. Scientists. Name a... Alarms went off, wraps broke loose, and I hightailed... Forget it. Oh, before I forget.
If you've come to end my life, let's be on with it. What? I'm Anton. I must apologize if my call diverted you.
Standard operating procedure for suits, boss. They're all a bunch of...
I'm not sure it's right to fault a man for...
An attack. One that I'd wager was due to the nature of my research. I'm not at liberty to discuss the nature of the work I'm doing here. More often than not, seems I'm the only one who sees the opportunity. A ticket to the good life once my research plays out. And might you be the sort of person who... Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell apart. If those cretins get their hands on my research... You have a point there. It most... One cannot exaggerate the While doing research on enzymes specific to the Raptidon's diet... Not just any diet. Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. The research is in the safe in my... The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. My protege. I sent him to... That would surely lighten the... Too many have been lost. Of course they do. Please don't... If my colleagues refuse to take... I understand I can come...
I don't know about Dr. Crane's research, but we ought to find Mr. Raymond. Oh boy.
I don't think you're supposed to be wandering around. Want to treat yourself before you go? Annie Cleo makes the best.
stop this?
Only thing stopping them beasts is high caliber kinetics.
You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn. Vaughn Cortez. Over in the main labs. I rabbited back here. We've been cooped up in here. I don't know. Dr. Crane might say otherwise. Me? When those guys... I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. No, not unless you break the... I've been extracting organic compounds from...
Whoa, slow down. Benefits?
Some people say rap musk makes it easier to attract The results are outside the margin of error. Sure. My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all to my... It should have been running this whole time. Just... Great.
How do you suppose that stuff's used? Do you drink it, or is it like perfume? I'm not interested, just curious. If I had to look at those yellow walls all day, I'd make a point of sleeping